Rodney McCray. Wow, buddy. You right on it. 2020, year of the plague. Shabbat Shalom, family. Welcome to the show, everyone. This is your host, Brian Anthony Binyah, with Beyond Babbitt, reporting for duty. Brian Anthony Binyah, with Beyond Babbitt, reporting for duty. Shabbat Shalom, Dark Wolf. The job of a watchman is never over, guys. I had something I wanted to bring out, but change of plans. If you check the description box down below in the description box, there is an article from Hal Turner. He has the inside scoop. And we talked about this already, guys. Remember I said that the flu was coming back? The 2018 Spanish flu? That's what they're saying. This basically is a modified version of the 1918 Spanish flu. But I talked about it coming back, the 100-year flu. On previous shows, last year, the year before, we already talked about this. We talked about the everything bubble. This is it, okay? So let's talk about it. First, let me tell you what's going to happen, and then we'll talk about the article that's in the description box down below that you can see for yourself. But this is it, guys. This is the everything bubble. On the other side is the NWO, the Kingdom of the Leviathan, 7 heads, 10-horn beast system. It's already ready. So we were born into this system, but it wasn't ready. It's complete now. At the same time, the Most High Yah is calling all his people to come out of that kingdom and join his kingdom and his army on earth. So what's going to happen, this is how they're going to get you, or try to manipulate you into the 7-head, 10-horn kingdom. It's going to be by hook and by crook. This disease, so in the article below, it discusses that 90,000 people, not 9,000, not 90, 90,000 are dead in Wuhan alone from this so-called, whatever it is, coronavirus. They brought in the military. There's several cities in China, over 46 million people, yes sir, 46 million people are under quarantine in China. Several cities, they've put mounds of dirt on the road, so it's impassable, not by vehicle. No one can come in or go out. If you're healthy, you've seen the movies, guys. I'm not telling you nothing new. All the movies from Contagion and every other thing that they've been making since the late 80s, all the way up to recently. It's the same old scenario. And it's happening real time right now. If you're healthy, trying to get out of one of those cities is too late. Because they don't know if you're really sick. You just don't know it. Yeah, it's crazy. So they're sending people back in. If you're sick, you go back. If you're healthy, you go back, regardless. No one coming in, no one coming out. And they said dead people are lining the streets. Remember we talked about this, that you have to bury those dead bodies. But it's not enough there's not enough healthy people to bury those dead bodies, so you have to burn those dead bodies. And hopefully whatever it is, it's apparently airborne. Hopefully burning it destroys it and doesn't send it more airborne. So this is right on time. Nothing new to those who've been watching this channel, to those who watch this channel. This isn't surprising. This is not catching you off guard. The timing and everything is right on time. Now let's see what this is really covering up for, because this is not just not happening in a vacuum. They chose this time for a reason to drop this thing, and it's to cover the financial collapse. The financial collapse is about to happen worldwide. The financial economic reset is coming. Okay? The mark of the beast system is coming to where you'll have to choose or lose your head in order to operate in the Leviathan kingdom. They want to make sure they have control over food, because in China, in the article, you'll see below that a lot of those places said there is no more food. They run out of food. They've run out of medical supplies. Only certain doctors were able to leave for the Chinese New Year. The other ones got stuck in their quarantine. And it's a doomed doom and gloom scenario there right now. And the doctors are crying out, really literally crying. And they said some doctors are being attacked by people in order to get help. People are crying out, trying to get help. How can they help you? They said the doctors aren't even changing clothes because they don't want to take off the suits. If they take off the suits, they're scared they're going to get it. That's how fast this stuff, man. They got dead bodies lined up inside the hospitals, outside the hospitals. So guess what? This is coming to a city near you. Well, guess what, guys? Don't panic. But I'm still in the city as well. The things didn't come together as I wish they would have to be able to leave the city, to get on my own land, or me and some fellow Akim, the Mishpaka, to live this thing out. It takes time. Everything has to be. Well, didn't make it out. But upon all the glory shall be a defense. Prayer now is where we're going to come in at. Remember what we used to do on this channel, the detox? Everybody remember the zeolite? Okay, remember that. Plus, I have the soap. I have the soap as well. That's going to help. But prayer is going to be the main thing, guys. Watch what you're eating. You don't want to see. This is the time you don't want to partake in our sins so that you don't receive of our plagues. That's what we've been saying, guys. So everybody who's been like, oh, a little bit of pork ain't going to hurt you. Well, we finna find out, ain't we? Oh, shrimp and all this other mess. Oh, it's good. Shrimp and lobster and crab and crawfish and oysters, all this other mess. We finna see. You should have got the sin out your life while you had a chance. Because the last time they found out a lot of these so-called unkosher foods was really what was spreading the disease. Okay? And so this time, even if it's not the unkosher foods that's spreading the disease, it could be, how the plague was sent, like in Egypt, to all the firstborn. It could be something like that. Because you're in sin, not covered by the blood of Yahshua, he allows it to overtake. It's going to overtake a lot of people, guys. So believe me, it's not going to stop in China. It is not going to stop in China. And this is how they plan to get the world down to 500 million people, down from 7.5 billion by 2025. Now, don't think this so-called virus or whatever this thing is, don't think it's going to stop the wars. Boots are on the ground. The U.S. has boots on the ground in the Middle East, building up military presence. Okay, this is also what I told you about, that I had a dream about. Okay, all this stuff is going to happen at one time. So when the pandemic happens, the police officers, they're not going to come to work. Everybody's going to try to get with their family and get the heck out of town, lay low. So you're on your own. Hopefully you're around like-minded individuals. Hopefully you're around fellow believers, prayer warriors who can ward off this sickness. But the grocery stores, the food is poison. It's tainted. Some on accident, some on purpose. The workers in the grocery stores, the workers in the hospital, the workers on public transportation, whether it's plane, train, bus, or you catching an Uber or a taxi, or that's where you don't want to be. Okay, the Super Bowl, the upcoming UFC fights, and all other big major events. I'm sorry. That's where you don't want to be. That's where you don't want to be. This is the everything bubble. So we're seeing, they're not announcing this. We're seeing silver and gold tick up slowly under the cover of darkness. Appreciate the likes, guys. Appreciate the thumbs up. That also breaks the algorithm and helps to get this information out. Like, share, subscribe. We need to get this out to everybody ASAP. This is less than a week, and here all of a sudden you got a country, almost 2 billion people, locked down in a week. Okay? Now, we do have cases in the United States. Marfugel posted a clip where he went to the hospital where there's a one live the one in Seattle. He actually showed up at that location. He wore the mask on his face. And same situation. The people that were there, once you were in there, you got quarantined. There was someone healthy, he said, tried to leave the hospital, and they said, no, could you stay? Come back, go back in. Either they said, go back in or come back in. So security, if you're in there, it's too late. You can't leave. So you don't want to be on a bus, plane, train, in a public sitting area, anywhere around with sick people, because if they come and start taping it up, guess what? But I'm not sick. I'm not sick. Oh, okay, we know. Just stay right here right quick. You're not getting it. They ain't going to let you out. You're going to be sick. You're going to be sick. Shabbat shalom, Shauna D. Glad you can join us. We're talking about this coronavirus pandemic. So when you get a chance, guys, watch all of the pandemic movies you can watch, because they put their keys of knowledge in there. It's going to give you a help you stay ahead of the game. Some people are going to ignore this and be like, "Oh no, I'm going to the Super Bowl. I already got my tickets. Oh, I'm going on vacation." Okay, Shauna D, we understand. Now this is not fear-mongering. This is not doom porn, fear porn, any of that. This is what they call common sense. This is what they call prophecy. So everyone already knows that this was coming. Some people even prepared. Hello, Sasha for God. Well, we've been on about 13 minutes and we went over a lot of stuff. This is all about the headlines, lining up a prophecy, and what to do to live. Celebrate these things even during the midst of the perilous events. You're right. You're right about that. So we still need to keep the feast day, the Passover. Think about that. Passover will be here in what? 2 months, 3 months, 2 months, 2 months and a half, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's in the article. So for everyone who doesn't know, I've attached an article in the description box down below. There are 90,000 dead in Wuhan city alone. The whole continent, not the whole continent, the whole country of China is on lockdown. They're saying only 46 million people. No, they've activated the military for this, guys. And don't just think it's going to stay in China or in Asia. It's going worldwide, along with everything else. New world order. They're going to bring order out of the chaos, one way or the other. 100K now? Wow. Yeah, see how fast it's going? Yeah. Yeah, let's see, the news, the regular television news is still lying. Still saying, oh, 7 dead, 14 dead, 900 quarantine. Very fast. This is the fastest moving thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. And so it's probably going to wipe out the old and wipe out the young. And they even said some guy in his 30s is sick with this stuff. So we all know what we've been talking about. The herbs, the minerals, the vitamins, the teas. Yeah, the news is lying, Dark Wolf. You know, they think they're doing you a favor by lying to you. Really, they setting you up for failure. Don't forget about the coffins, guys, the FEMA coffins, right? They're going to bring them out. Bring them out! I remember they were deep enough and wide enough to hold 4 people each. Plastic. They was expecting something a long time ago, right? And the hospital is where you don't want to be. Because you remember they had the super bacteria already in the hospitals that people were getting infected with, that they couldn't stop that thing, what did you call it? Aurora or something like that. Yes, people's last stand. This is it. And on the other side of this, they're going to say, guess what, guys? We got a vaccine for you. First, it's going to be voluntary. Yes, Dark Wolf. Exactly. And it's going to be voluntary at first. It ain't gonna do nothing but get you more sick, kill more people. Then it's going to be mandatory when people start saying, I ain't taking that mess. They're going to be like, oh yeah? Okay, mandatory. Otherwise, we're going to have to lock you up in the FEMA camp for quarantine for good. This is it, guys. All the leaders of the world are in on it. Yeah, people's last stand. They're all in on it. This stuff's already been agreed. While we've been watching this fake impeachment trial, your president has been making the peace plan. The peace plan. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Stuff that's written out in scripture. But they still think he's a good guy. You're in the wrong kingdom, man. Get out the politics, man. Join the kingdom of Yah. What can we do to protect ourselves? Detox. Stay away from everybody and everything. Grow your own food. Eat your own food. Stay out of the supermarket. Stay out of the restaurants. Stay away from public events. It's the Super Bowls. One of them that's coming up in a week or two? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Wear the face mask. Don't let them laugh you to scorn. I mean, that's a way to protect yourself. Carry hand sanitizer, soap, wash, sanitary. Don't be around in the public a lot of people. You hear people coughing and hacking and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing. Don't worry about you offending them or them offending you. It's life or death. It's life or death. And I wish a lot of us had a opportunity to grow more food earlier, to get out on our own land earlier, to get around other saints and have our own communities up and running by now earlier. But it didn't happen for everybody. So, and the symptoms to this thing, guys, here's the kicker. The symptoms to this thing, they said a runny nose, coughing and sneezing, sniffles, and sometimes runny eyes. That's the symptoms. Sounds like a regular cold flu. Sounds like what happens every year, when it gets cold. Exactly, Action Jackson. The best way. Yeah, don't claim it, Sasha. Don't claim it. If you want it, if you don't claim it. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Because your tongue is gonna determine whether you live or die if you want to his. Don't claim that mess. You better rebuke it. Because it's determined by your faith. It's determined by your faith. Okay? So, the thing's real, guys. The thing is real. Right on time. This is going to affect. And another thing that this has caused, along with this is the everything bubble. So now we have, along with the fake impeachment, you have 1,000 Republicans running for the Senate and the House this year. 1,000. Because they feel that the Democrats are doing wrong trying to impeach Trump. Well, that might be a part of the plan too. So we need to make sure that we're filtering our water, our food, just being sanitary. Staying out of the public, staying away from these events, staying away from sin. Because sin gives the authority to let them put that mess on you. You see what I'm saying? Stay away from sin. Now, I know some people don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is not bad. Alcohol actually helps you fight this type of stuff. Helps you sweat it out. Beer, not necessarily. But wine and liquor, you may want to have that on stock. If you know how to make it, even better. If not, you may want to go buy some. And then the teas and the herbs, things like this. Be careful what you eat. Make sure you're on the kosher diet. Nah, CT, you said a couple of weeks, a month? No, sir. A couple of days, brother. A couple of days. This is an emergency broadcast. Yeah, about a week, a month, half the world will be dead. You see how fast that thing hit in China? It's already 90 million. I mean, no, not million. 90,000 dead. Now they're saying up to 100,000 dead in a week. The kill rate on that thing has to be 60, 70%. If you get it, you're most likely going to bite the dust. Unless you're covered in the blood. You can't be like, well, I've been sinning up to yesterday. I'm going to stop sinning now. Well, you should have done already did that. That's what we've been calling for. Yeah, 90,000, yeah. It's in the article down below in the description box. You might want to, Sasha forgot, you might want to up your dosage of the red wine. Instead of every now and then, you may want to try drinking a glass of wine every day. You know, you don't drink to get drunk. You're not out here trying to do that. 63, yeah, that number is low too as well. People's last stand. Rodney McCray, I don't know about the 3 days of darkness because the children of Yah are not going to be in the 3 days of darkness. If you would go back to the book of Exodus, when the 3 days of darkness hit, the children of Yah were in Goshen. They had light. It was everybody else who was being punished that was in darkness. So I can't tell them what to do. If you were allowed to be in that darkness, it's for a reason. You should have been right. You should have been right. So all you got to do to stay away from that 3 days of darkness is submit to Yah. Yahuwah Sabah. And you ain't going to be in the darkness. You're going to have light in your house. But the wicked, the 3 days of darkness is for the wicked, the ones who didn't submit. Exactly. Prayer and faith too. Yeah. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. A lot of people thought that the stuff that happened in Exodus. Well, hello, Myra Dillahunty. Shabbat shalom. Welcome to the show. You know, a lot of people thought the stuff that happened in Exodus, they was poo-pooing it. That's that. No, that's real stuff. And we're finna see it again. Nothing new under the sun. Yeah, they don't want you to see this truth, Myra. But exercise. You want to sweat it out. We don't know because I mean this is not the only thing that's going viral, guys. You know about the Ebola, the new Ebola. It's mutated as well. It's going ham right now. They downplaying it. The kill rate on that thing is this is Bible prophecy fulfilling. And it hides in your body for a much longer time. They said this thing from China can hide in your body up to 2 weeks. Okay. The Ebola, I believe they said hides in your body for up to 6 months. And men, it can hide in your testicles undetected. They check your temperature. They ain't going to find it. They give you more ample time to spread it. Make sure everybody gets sick. This thing, you know, that's a long time, couple of weeks for it to lay dormant and then just kick in and everybody die. But they spotting it with the temperature thing. But that other one, it can lay dormant for some months. But the same effect. It's just trying to kill you. That's it. And in the article below, man, there's some guy who looked like he was walking and he just collapsed to his knees and threw up blood, kind of like the Ebola. And he died, man. Now we know that the CDC, I heard some brothers the other day say the CDC is the Centers for Disease Control, which is what it's called. They control all the diseases. And that was funny to me because they do have a patent for the Ebola virus. And I understand that this SARS virus is patented as well. So let's see. So guys, it's right now, it's about you and your relationship with the Yah. You know, everybody else still, we've been trying to tell them to come out. I've been trying to tell them to do this, do that, to prep. Nobody ain't did nothing. They still want to go kick it and party and vacation every day. Yep, Bill Gates, you're right. Got the patent number. All right, Adam G, bring it out. Bring it out. Cupcakes and sunshine. Yeah, just check it every day. I may not do one every day, but check it anyway. So, woo! Look, guys, check the Adam G just dropped the patent number for it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Appreciate that, Adam G. Bring it out. So we know it's not an accident. Timing of it, any of it. So the warning that I gave last year under the Holy Ghost, not this year that just passed, the year before that, not 19, but 18. I had a dream. My buddy had a dream that coincided. And in his dream, he was told to come tell me the dream that I'd know what it meant. And this is it. Except I thought it was happening last December. I mean, it's happening. It happened, started this, So I was a year ahead of it, what it was saying. But that was a year's time for everybody to get ready. And the people who didn't get ready, well, if you knew this was coming, why didn't you get ready? But it's here now, guys. So nobody's guaranteed today. Nobody's guaranteed tomorrow. Nobody's guaranteed not to be, because the governments love this type of thing. This gives them the right to go house to house, to search houses, to pretty much do what they want to do. If they want to take you off their land, they can. If they want to take you out your house, they can. They want to arrest you, quarantine you, your city, your block, your state. They can. They want to say, well, nobody leaves this block. Like, well, yeah, but I ain't got no food. I had to go to the grocery store. No, nobody leaves this block. And if we catch you out here, you're catching a bullet. Oh, well, you're going to die anyway. Even though you ain't sick, you ain't got no food, you're going to die. So ain't nothing scary about it, because we knew it was coming. Now we know who the great king is over all of heaven and all of earth. That's who we gonna rely on. We did everything we could afford, everything we had time to do. We wasn't just playing tiddlywinks, twiddling our thumbs. But it's here now. Some people who didn't do anything, who laughed, ha ha ha, conspiracy theories, ha ha, tin hat. Okay, laugh now. Laugh now. So we can only do what we can do, guys. And I know everybody's going to have a heart for compassion, to help others. We talked about this. Everybody's going to want your help. Going to need your help. Now, some are having nefarious means. Some want your help because they need you to get close so they can take what you got and skedaddle. Others actually really need your help, but they might be dying anyway. They mess around and cough on you or sneeze on you. And there's your gift. Now you're going to die. We got to be prayed up in order to be able to make the right decisions. Ain't that right, SPJ? 2 to 63 in 24 hours. That mean they lying about it. I mean, it's probably 10 to 20 times that, maybe 1,000 times that. And they saying, oh, it's only in 3 or 4 states. That probably is about it. It probably means it's about in 40 states. It's probably about in 40 states. Exactly, Sasha, for God. Yeah. Exactly, Sasha, for God. Hello, Peter Collins. Shabbat Shalom, brother. Welcome to the show. Bless you, Myra Dillahunty. They're going to need a lot more. They're going to need a lot more everything. A lot more blood. They need blood donations. They're going to need more food. They're going to need more doctors. They're going to need more police, more paramedics, whatever they call. I was going to call them EMTs, whatever. So, but you want to be careful, because any exposure that you get, you could get the little disease and bring it home to your people. And there it is. There's your gift. You done been caught up in it. We know Babylon did it, guys. We know Babylon did it, So keep working. Stay about your father's business. Keep working to come out of her, to get your own land, build your own house, grow your own food. Well, we know this is a setback. It's going to be a setback for a lot of people. But this, we can look at the good side of it as well. There's going to be a blessing because there is a downside, but there's a blessing side. The blessing side is going to be a fire sale. Fire sale. A lot of people finna try to get the heck out of Dodge, and they're going to be selling everything they got for pennies on a dollar. And if you got a few pennies, you can pick up on some stuff that you probably need, you probably won't. That may be a blessing to you. Yeah. So this is also going to be a cover up for when the banks close. You know, they'll give an excuse for them to steal your money and keep your 401k and keep your Roth IRA and everything else you got in there. Yeah, they blew up something else, some type of refinery or something. So I hope you don't have everything you own in the bank. Because this is they've already, the idea is already floating of them creating a digital dollar that's going to be on the blockchain. So they may be like, well, because of this sickness, we can't touch no paper money no more. We finna ban all cash. You finna have to take this thing in your right hand and your forehead. That's how close it is, guys. That's how close it is. And your President T-Rump, he about to roll out the peace plan, and he is more stout than all the fellas. He might be that little horn with the eyes like a man. You understand? Yeah, Dark Wolf, Houston, Texas explosion. Yeah, it's not an accident either. So at the same time we're building this nation, we're building this army, we're building this kingdom, they're trying to stop all that. Since we're moving fast and feverishly, they want to move fast and feverishly. They're going to open up their FEMA camps. They want your adrenochrome. They want your blood. They want your body. They want you in the grave. They want your assets, everything you own. So there's competing kingdoms. Okay, you're going to submit to Yahuwah Saba, or you're going to submit to the Leviathan. And they're both open now, open for business right now. Open for business right now. So repent, get right, church, let's go home. Or let's bring the king. Let's bring the king who's going to destroy those who destroy the earth. Yeah, it's unfortunate. We got to stop being in public, period. And it's not going to be easy to break those habits because that's how we've been done since birth. You know, you go to the grocery store, go to the restaurant. I mean, these type of places is how we do business. It's just a way of life. But that's why we got to come out and get back to the way of life that he had originally prescribed for us on the land. Raising and growing our own food, building our own houses, having our own wives and husbands, our own families. Turmeric works. It does. They're going to turn a lot of the Walmarts into camps. Yeah. So, guys, I just wanted to ring the alarm a little bit. I had something I wanted to bring out. Didn't quite get it how I wanted, so I'm not going to bring it out. Lord willing, we will bring it out at a future date. But we're putting the wicked one on notice, and all of his imps and all of his children, the seed of Satan, we're putting them on notice. Well, Myra, you might want to fix that because they will come looking for you. Make sure you guys have food, water filters, different ways to detox your body. Zeolite. I still have zeolite. I still use zeolite. And because we know that not only are these flus and all this stuff, we know about the black goo. Come on, guys, all the stuff we talked about, this stuff's real. And it's time now. You see, it's time now. So we're going to hear about this. This is going to overshadow. Breaking news is going to overshadow the Trump impeachment mess. They're going to break in and cut in on that to report on people falling dead from this mess. It's going to be subways and all kind of stuff. Not just in the U.S., not just in China, all over the world, like ASAP. And another piece of news, guys, Russia tried to fire one of its Zircon missiles, right? One of the hypersonic missiles when it's supposed to go 20 times the speed of sound, and it failed. It failed. It just so they said, well, we're gonna hold back. We're not gonna put it out yet. Yeah, they fired and it went slow just like a regular missile. It didn't. It's supposed to and then go real fast. Something happened. Didn't work. So they said, well, we're gonna hold this one off. Yeah, it's wartime, and now you just now trying to find out your weapon ain't working. Yeah, you better hold off. Um, so that's about it, guys. A watchman's job is never done. All right, my, all right, and that's possible. That definitely is possible. All things are possible to them who believe. Got to believe it, and you can be right next to the enemy, and he can make you invisible. Also, he can make you invisible to this sickness. It's all about your relationship with the Most High. You got to be living right, man. You can't have sin in the camp and asking him to bless you and help you. No, you're doing what's despicable in his eyes. Yeah, you're right, Myra. Ah. And so we want to make sure we have citrus. I'm out of citrus right now. I need to go get some lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruits, because vitamin C is excellent for fighting this type of stuff, along with the herbs, along with the other herbs, and along with the alcohol. Don't let them tell you alcohol is bad. Now, beer, as far as I know, beer has no health effects. But yes, definitely chives. Oh, thieves. Thieves oil? Oh, I never heard of that. Okay, well. But wine has the resveratrol, it's healthy for you, helps cure you. And liquor as well. Man, it dries up phlegm, make you hot toddy. Spices, spices in the wine and spices in the liquor is good as well. Woo. You're right, SP and J. We can't buy, that's why we got to grow our own. Saying Cole, say MAGA. That's the wrong kingdom, buddy. Come out of that kingdom, man. Come out of the kingdom of Leviathan, man. Join up with the kingdom of Yah. We're going to win in the end. Yeah, stirred and clean. You're right. Believe it or not, guys, stirred and clean says cannabis, right? Believe it or not, it does help cure colds and flu. I think it's the CBD in the cannabis. Yeah, it'll dry it out, make you start spitting up phlegm, dry stuff. So, you know, but the one thing you don't want to be caught at is in the hospital. Remember, what was that? The Aurora carabolis or whatever that was, the superbug that was killing people already. And now add on to that, the Ebola, add on to that, the flu. Man, you do not want to be in the hospital. Whatever you do, you need to pray about it and find a way to do it yourself at home. And that's pretty about all I had, guys. Nothing to add on to that. It's going down in Babylon, yes, sir. Oh, you're a first. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, and don't forget about the terrorist attacks, guys. Don't forget about that. Now they're saying that when Iran hit the military base, when they struck back, oh, we had a bunch of quote unquote military personnel injured and some killed. First, they were saying there was no casualties. It was a lie. So yeah, that's why, like I said at the beginning, yeah, Doc Wolf, all right, man, get you some of them trees, man. Get the organic kind though. But no, I was saying at the beginning of the program, boots on the ground in the Middle East, building up troops. So this is the everything bubble, guys. Is what I'm telling you. So I told y'all that the Deagle report, it gave the numbers. The Georgia Guidestone said they need 500 million by 2025. Well, we're technically we were at war with Iran, Sasha. Technically, we're at war with them. So yeah, all the quote unquote springs that the clowns in America started, yeah, they're still going on. Yeah, and from the ones that uh, Hitler and Obama started, those springs are still going on. Yeah, all the Northern Africa got messed up. All of Europe got messed up, and they've been trying, and Latin America, South America, all messed up because the clowns in America are trying to do this new world order. And then they've been trying to get it started, set off in America and the U.S. People ain't going for it. The last stand was Virginia. They really thought they was going. It fizzled. So guess what? They're gonna bring the sickness. They're gonna bring the sickness. Um, so that's it, guys. All we got to do is pray. Pray for ourselves, pray for each other, and live right and do right. Whether we live or die, it's going to be for y'all. We got to come out, definitely come out that other kingdom, though. Definitely come out that other kingdom. We don't have a choice at that. Sasha forgot. Yeah. Didn't you hear me say he's the one, he's going to bring out the peace plan? It's in the book, Sasha. The man is supposed to bring out the peace plan. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm trying to. The peace plan. I'm not going to get into it right now. Appreciate you, Dark Wolf. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Sasha forgot. Loved him. And I thought it was the one before him, and still could be. They could be tag teaming. But yeah, whichever one brings out the peace plan, that's the one. That's the one. And this guy, he said the peace plan is ready. They're about to roll it out. All at the same time. Don't add up, does it? See, Myra? See how you busting them already? They saying only 46 million under quarantine, and one city has over 56 million people. Numbers don't add up. See, they still lowballing it. That's why I'm telling y'all. Right now they say it's what 7.5 billion people on the earth. About another week or two, it's gonna be about 1 billion, 2 billion people quarantined for this. Even people who don't have this, if you sneeze, if you cough, if you sniffle, or your eye run, they'll be like, no, this one got it. And they're going to have to check everybody out. You're going to have to be until you can sit there and prove you don't have it, you're quarantined too. Yeah, you're going to hear helicopters. You're going to see military. All the extraction drills and stuff that they've been practicing, and the Jade helmet. Oh, yeah, you finna see it. Mm-hmm. All this old Second Amendment stuff. Oh, yeah, under quarantine. Oh, they coming to take your Second Amendment. And they shutting down the internet. Read that article in the description box down below. They cut off all the internet and all the phones. You can't get no information in or out. There's certain people who are able to get a few, and there's some videos in that thing and some testimonies, that were able to get out. But other than that, all communiques have been cut. So, of course, they can lowball the numbers. You can't verify it. It could be whole cities, a city of 1 million people, and 900,000 of them already dead. It's not going to get out. No. People send them people in them hazmat suits, dig one big pit, throw everybody in there and set it on fire. This is the times we're living in, guys. But this ain't going to stop our war. Remember, you have been activated. You have been activated. We're not going to let this scare us. We still remember we coming for the spiritual wickedness in high places. The ones who put this disease out here. We coming for you. We coming for the one who commanded, the one who make the wars, the one who make the weapons, the one who make the sickness and diseases, who trying to kill everybody. We coming for your daddy. We coming for your boss. Then we coming for you. Everybody going to have to submit. Fear is of Satan, Sasha. We ain't scared. You're not going to get us sidetracked about worrying about our safety for this health. We coming for you. We got a warrant for you. And we're going to occupy till our king come. Put everything under his feet. All power and authority is given unto him, unto us, his children. And we got to subject the whole world. Rule. Come out of that Satan's kingdom. Come out of the kingdom of Leviathan. Join the kingdom of Yah, the army of Yah. With that said, guys, love y'all. Your host, Brian Anthony, Ben Yah with Beyond Babbitt. Over and out. Brian Anthony, Beyond Babbitt. Brian Anthony, Ben Yah with Beyond Babbitt. Over and out. Love y'all, man. Peace and blessings. Oh, that's right, Sasha.